All right, y'all, let's get this hair done. So I told myself I wasn't going to be doing any more loose styles, but I really mean it this time. I'm doing mini braids for the entire spring and summer, and I'm going to be putting those in next. But until then, I wanted to show y'all a quick little hairstyle you can do if you have shorter natural hair. As always, I'm using my braid and lock gel just to mold down my flat twist. This is a really beginner friendly hairstyle. If you don't know how to do cornrows or flat twists with two strands, this is going to be the perfect style for you. You're essentially just smoothing the hair over to one side and then just rolling the hair to the scalp. So this works out for people that are ready for entry level styles. And using that braid and lock gel is really going to help you to achieve those professional level results. Now, I put a part here in the middle, and that was actually a mistake. I ended up not liking the part in the middle, and I'll show you why later. But if you're going to be doing this style, make sure to do a twist down the middle. It's really going to help your hair in the back to have a better overall shape. When you're using a hard gel, you always want to make sure that you comb it all the way in. That way you can avoid any of those white flakes that these hard gels notoriously cause. And if you do that, you should be fine. You're gonna see my hair the next day doesn't have any white flakes. Also, this particular braid and lock gel, my brand of braid and lock gel, it readily absorbs into your hair. So it is a hard gel, but it's not so hard that it just sits on top of your hair. And the formula is perfected at this point. And if you want to get it, you can go to kellyloganhair.com and use the code YouTube15 to get 15% off of your first order. Now, when it comes to the twist in the back, I just did some 2-strand twists to set my curl in place. And I wanted to use mousse because I know a lot of people don't like to have that hard cast on their hair when it's done, and mousse is going to deliver those results. Usually I would use my Max Hold Styling Jelly, but I wanted to do some more tutorials with my mousse so that y'all could see that you can still get the same defined results even if you're using a mousse, but you won't have that hard cast. Now, typically, like I said, I would use my Max Hold Styling Jelly just because that's going to give me longer lasting results, but you can get some great results with mousse as well. Only thing you want to do is make sure that you are letting these set in place for at least 24 hours. I did these in the afternoon, and then I just took them out in the morning. I sat under the hooded dryer for about 20 minutes. It doesn't take long for mousse to dry. That's another good thing about mousse, is that it doesn't take long to dry at all. So if you're doing these on dry hair, sitting under the hooded dryer for just 20 minutes will be enough for you. So this is the next day, and as I'm taking these out, I didn't use any oil on my fingers. A lot of people like to use oil. They say that it reduces frizz, but that's actually not true. The oil will break down the cast, and yeah, I don't know where this came from, but I think it's just been repeated so much that everyone says it, but it's actually not true at all. So you don't want to use any oil, especially when it comes to mousse, because it already has such a soft hold and it's such a fragile and gentle product that you want to make sure that you keep that the potency of the product in your hair. So I'm just separating these where they naturally want to separate. You don't want to separate them and force it. Just separate them. If you stretch the twist out, you'll see it kind of separate on its own, and just go with the flow and do what it wants to do. So this is the part I was telling y'all about. So I ended up doing 2 Bantu knots at the top because the way that my hair was sitting at the top, it had so much separation where that part was, and it just did not look good, but it would have been shaped a lot better had I done one twist, flat twist down the middle. So learn from my mistake and part that twist out first. And once I finish this, I just put a little bit of oil on the front of my hair, on my scalp, just to prevent any flaking, and it smells really good. I hope you guys like this video and it inspires you to try different hairstyles. Next time I will be back with the mini braids, and those will be in for all of spring and summer. I'll see you guys in that one.